Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to the Real Chatbox Show with your cute host, O.B. Slender. On this show, we discuss pertinent social issues, education, entertainment, fashion, religion, wellness, mental health, what have you. What do they say? A healthy mind lives in a healthy body. So let's make our physical fitness a priority. Let's meet each week here with our distinguished guests. Cheers. Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome to the Real Chatbox Show with your cute host, O.B. Slender. This show is proudly sponsored by Duchess Merchants Capital, GH Media School, and Sound Bay Productions Limited. Today's show is the Silent Strength, the Gifty and Evangel Impact. Let's go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, I will introduce our guest for the day. Welcome back, lovely viewers. We have in the studio, as I said earlier, Gifty. She continues the Evangel story. Gifty,
Hello.
welcome to my chat box.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great.
That's nice.
Please introduce yourself. What do you do? A bit of yourself.
Okay. So I'm Gifty Owusu Marfo. I'm a student of Koforidua Technical University, first year, studying food technology.
Wow.
Yeah.
Food technology. What is food technology about?
Okay, so basically food technology has to do with the nutrients we gain in food, how it helps us, what it does, and then the prolonging of their shelf life.
When you say shelf life, what do you mean by shelf life?
So shelf life in the sense of how to keep it for a long time, past a day or two, or even a week, which might not really be possible, but then how long it can take before it spoils or it goes bad.
Oh, okay. So, for instance, there are some foods
Okay, so let's say yam.
Okay.
Prolonging the shelf life of a cat yam. So you want to cook a yam, but then you want to cook for the family. You realize husband is not eating. Yeah. So what do you do to the rest? You can just put the cat one in water and then cover it and put it in the fridge. That you can keep it for a day or two. Or you can just cut it and put it in a rubber without water. So you just tie it just to prevent oxidation, because when there's oxidation, it turns brown and we don't want that brown color. Yeah, we just want it white like. So you put it in a rubber, you tie it, and then you put it in the fridge or the freezer. But then in the freezer, because of the freezing, so nsuo etumi ebem kakra, yeah. So it doesn't really have to be in the freezer for a very long time. Yeah, so maybe 2 days, 3 days, then just to keep it fresh, like, yeah.
Okay. So we are learning how to preserve food for a longer period.
Yeah.
That's nice. Gifty, I don't wish to bring any sorrow, but then you know Evangel passed.
Yeah.
You were with Evangel for how many years?
For 4 years, yeah.
And I know you guys grew closer, like you had a very strong...
Yeah, my first child.
Basically,
yeah.
When he passed, how have you been coping? How did you take it? How did it happen? Like, how did you cope with?
Well, it wasn't easy. It's still not easy, because there are days you'll be getting flashbacks and all of that, and sometimes you just cry, just let it out, and then yeah, okay. There are other times too, you just that tough girl era, yeah. But then, so he wasn't well. He was having cerebral palsy, and then he fell sick as well. This normal sickness, the fever and other stuff kids have. So he had, and then he was on medication. Then I woke up, and then he didn't wake up. So I was in shock. I was surprised, because I'm like, how? 'Cause I just woke up and checked on you like an hour or two ago. So how is it that it was so much, but then life happens.
So what was the most challenging part of your experience or your journey with Evangel? Aside him passing, I know there is nothing more challenging than somebody passing, but then were there episodes or instances that brought um, shock, like fear?
Yeah, so this it has to do with the feeding. It takes a longer time because he's not able to feed on his own. He doesn't have a stable neck. He's all floppy and all of that. So feeding him, he had swallowing issues as well. So feeding him, you have to take your time, let the food in his mouth like digest, go inside before you add, because he might aspirate, and then aspiration is also going to cause a whole lot of things. So it takes much longer to feed him than to feed a normal kid. Yeah, so, and then you have to sit. So the challenging part will be the sitting aspect, because if his feeding takes like an hour, which a normal child's feeding doesn't, you'd have to sit for like that hour.
You need a lot of patience.
Yeah. Because at times you are like, can't you just swallow and go? But then that's a baby who can't do anything on his own. So that patience, you have to give it.
So how was your relationship, or how has your relationship with your sister and the other family members been after his demise?
And
Any
in
therapy,
essence,
like life after his demise? How did you cope? How has the relationship been? Have you been strong together, still united and all?
yeah, we are still united. Like, it's very strong, but then we have to be each other's keeper, because there are days you just break down, you just want to be alone, have reflections and all of that. But then you just have to be each other's keeper. So I would say we've grown like
Stronger.
Yeah, stronger.
Together.
Yeah, cause
So was there any kind of support system, seeing a psychologist or any therapy for
for
yourself, your sister, your family?
for myself, I haven't really had that therapy. I just do my own therapy. Yeah. Yeah. I just do my own therapy. But then for my sister, I wouldn't know. I don't know. She does pray a lot, and praying is also therapy.
Sure.
So yeah, I would say self-therapy. Yeah.
Viewers, we'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue with the Evangel story. Stay tuned. Welcome, lovely viewers. We are still with Gifty, and we are continuing the Evangel story. Evangel, this is not the first time we've come to the studio with Evangel story. Evangel was a special needs child that passed on. There's been episodes about his journey. It was a very tough one for them. So in his passing, there's been a lot of emotional
Breakdown.
how do I say it? A lot of emotions and all that. And through that, the family, especially the mother, decided to have a diaper drive project. So Gifty has been a part of Evangel's journey. Those who just tuned in, she's been a very vital part of the Evangel story. She was like a mother to Evangel, and I really admire her. I admire her mother, but admire her more, because for her to take up, when you started, you were only 18, or
Yeah, before I turned 18.
before he came into the family.
So
how old
before
were
I
you?
turned 18.
Before you turned 18.
Yeah.
So she was barely 18 when she had to mature up for this task.
Yeah.
And she's done a wonderful job because we've seen videos of her and the bond that they share. It's beyond this realm, I must say. So what was your experience caring for your your nephew with you said feeding was another. Did you go to therapy sections with him?
Yeah, but the therapy will be for massaging. So as he had cerebral palsy, there are instances there will be spasms. So the muscle tend to be
Stiffen
hard.
up.
Yeah. Then he's just screaming, sometimes in his chest and all of that. As a kid, even openika as a muscle pull, how does it
It's
feel like?
painful,
Yeah. So we have to take him to the physiotherapy. Yeah, physiotherapy for massage. So you massage his hand, his calf, and all of those things so that it will relax the muscles to
Was that
prevent.
happening a lot?
Yeah. So when growing up, it was really frequent. But then as time went on with the therapy, it wasn't as frequent as before, but then it was manageable. Yeah.
And what were some of the most rewarding moments with him?
The most rewarding moments. I don't know where to pinpoint, but being with him, like every moment, yeah. I can't say this particular moment, but then the most efficient one I would say is when he smiles. It brightens up everywhere. Like you can't just resist that smile. Yeah. So,
Evangel is a lovely baby, I
yeah.
must say, because I saw him so many times right from birth. And he gave that.
Yeah.
His name depicts it, actually.
Yeah.
It's like we knew what he would become before he came into being, but God knows best, as we always say.
Yeah.
So, what do you think was the most important thing you learned from your experience with Evangel?
That I would say patience and the caregiving itself, because he's the first person I've been with taking care, because he doesn't go to anyone. He doesn't
The boy. You charmed the boy. What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything. It's all love.
Oh.
He doesn't go to anyone. I'm the only person he's always with and always wants to be with. So, caring for him, being a first timer, caring for him, you'd have to bath him, how to handle him, how to feed him, and all of those things. He's not like a normal kid. I would say that he's a special need kid.
So, what do you hope others will remember about Evangel?
Right now,
those who came into contact with
yeah.
Evangel. And now he's popular.
Yeah, he's
all over
everywhere.
He's on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's on Real Chats.
Yeah. Being with a kid like that, all you need to do is have patience. Have love, just love. Yeah, let it be your first love. Fall in love. Like, yeah. Because if you love comes with a lot of sacrifices and all of that. So just love the kid and then everything will just flow naturally. Yeah.
Okay. Gifty says, love does everything.
Yeah.
Just love and every other thing will follow. Let's go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the story. Stay tuned. Welcome back, lovely viewers. We are still in the studio with Gifty, the unseen strength, and the Evangel Impact. She really has strength. As she says, she's doing self-therapy. Yeah. She still misses Evangel dearly. We all do, actually. We all do. And are there any specific rituals or traditional culture or something that you want to establish to celebrate Evangel aside the diaper project? Is there something that you in particular would want to do?
Right now that you said it, you joined my thoughts to it, but I don't really have anything in mind. But then thinking about him more would definitely give me something to do. So if anything, I'll let you know. But now there's nothing.
It's just the memory that you keep so dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just keep the smiles and
But are there any resources or services that you find particular helping during this trying moments, during your grieving moments? Is there anything that's keeping you going aside his memories and the fact that you can't do anything about it? What are that thing?
the thing keeping me going is just faith. Sometimes I always pray that God gives him back to me.
Oh, that's not possible. That's so not possible.
Yeah, but then you see that some people they lose their children and then the child comes back. Yeah.
But we hear about Abiku and all that reincarnated children.
Yeah.
So you want him to come back.
Yeah.
But to you or to
I know him. Me.
You love the voice.
Yeah, me.
Oh.
So in terms of relationship, I think it has drawn me more closer to people because there are people I don't know them, but then they know me through Evangel.
Oh.
So they can see me outside and be like, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, celeb.
Yeah, so in terms of relationship, it has brought me out more.
More sociable.
Yeah. I'm kind of an introvert and an extrovert. I don't know.
At the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on who I'm with and where I'm going to be all over the place. Okay. So I would say it has made me more open, more outside, more social. Yeah, and in terms of challenges. So like I said, the sitting aspect, because you would have to sit and then at the end of the day you have back pains, waist pains and all of those things you have to massage. So that was the challenge, which I'm still recovering because I still have waist pain.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but then it's all love, so
the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's so lovely. So what strengths or resilience have you discovered within yourself caring for? Did you know you could be so bold?
no, I didn't. I'm actually a crybaby, but then it made me more tough on the outside, cry in the inside. But then you can't do that to my boy. I won't let you. So definitely it brought the tough side out. It made me more tough on people because there are people who don't know how to handle those kids, and it's frustrating to not being able to do something and then you just want to do it. All that feeling and you being able to do it, looking at someone who is not able to do that. So yeah, I would say that
You brought a tougher
yeah, it made me no, don't do this, do that. Yeah.
So are there any changes you would like to make in your life or priorities moving forward?
So from my childhood, I've always wanted to be a nurse. I always wanted to be a nurse. And the fact that Evangel even came inside my life really made me see that nursing spirit in me. It brought out, yeah, it's a calling, definitely. It brought out that nursing aspect in me. So if possible in time, and then I can switch, I can do the nutrition and then still be the nursing, or I can still educate people, mothers or other people with such children.
Yeah, so you'll be an advocate.
Yeah. Okay. Who has such conditions.
So how do you hope to use the experience to help others to make a positive impact? Because taking him out was challenging.
Yeah.
Get people looking at him in a certain manner and It's frustrating.
There's
as you
definitely
said,
stairs. Yeah.
and all that. There might be people out there going through the same, or they have family members going through the same. But as I always say, some people will say it's spiritual in school, but
Yeah.
so they won't get close to, or you've been cursed or something. They
Yeah.
won't get close. But what do you have to tell them for them to get that perception out of their mind and to give that love and at least respect the feeling, of the family and their child as well?
Okay. So what I would say is the child having that condition doesn't make them any less of the other ones. They are just not able to do things like other people. But then we can equally help them, like in your past interview or recent interview, my sister said that you have to think for them. You have to do everything for them. So basically, you just look at the kid, what the kid is trying to do, or what you think. Put yourself in that shoe. Yeah. Just be empathetic. Put yourself in that shoes. If it were you, how were you going to go about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just be empathetic, be patient, and love. Love is the basic of everything. So
Love is everything. Love breaks all barriers. Love can make you do a lot of things and sacrifice a lot for people who really need you. So in this regard, I'm encouraging each and everyone watching this episode or the previous ones. As we said, we are doing a diaper drive project for Evangel for mothers with special needs kids. As Mrs. Irene Ajete said in her interview, there are times that you have to decide between buying medication or food and diaper, and this shouldn't happen to anybody because a sick child needs everything. It's not just food, it's not just medication. Our personal hygiene and all that is also very necessary because sometimes there are other kids around too. So please, anybody watching this or hearing it from a friend, wherever, the diaper project is coming very soon, and please endeavor to save or help somebody with just donating a diaper. Thank you very much. This is your cute host, OB Slender. So I come your way again with another episode. Cheers.